Shu is the enemy of all women. He is a washed-up, ugly loser with the financial stability of a crumbling sandcastle, until a demonic contract turns him into the city's most reckless hazard hunter. Now, armed with a sword that summons a clingy, pink-haired demon girl, he's stuck between clapping cheeks, all while dodging electricity bills. But before any of this, a B-rank demon disaster happens at the Legiston Hotel in Bayron City, and some people in black suits are fighting against the B-rank demon. Our penniless loser protagonist Shu heads to the auction about the demon incident using some Sword Art Online deep dive technology, where a bunch of really powerful and rich people have shown up to take part in the bidding. Bid announcer informs everyone that there are some requests for this case, like first they have to disable the suspect and they have to begin bidding. However, Shu ends up winning the bid by paying $39,800, which is a very low bid comparing to others, who bid over $120,000, which made all the other bidders angry. For this mission, he teams up with the ATOA Defender Company and also gets help from Ayano's mother, the boss of the company, to back him up. Shu teams up with Ayano and heads to finish off the demon. When they enter the hall, they find that the demon spawned dog minions. They open fire and take them down one by one, but they keep spawning again and again while Shu is sneaking on the demon to finish it. After finishing the minions, Ayano shoots the demon, distracting it, while Shu shoots it from point blank. It looks like Shu and his team have the advantage and are doing well, but things take a turn when the demon regenerates and attacks. Shu started running and dodging its attacks, but just when things start to look bad, Kisara is suddenly summoned and appears right there, holding a powerful-looking sword. Since Kisara and Shu haven't done the ritual for 3 whole months, her powers are too weak to defeat the demons properly. With no other option left, Shu performs the ritual, which is a French kiss, and that quickly boosts Kisara's strength by a huge amount. Once the kiss is done, Kisara becomes way more powerful and starts destroying the demons one by one. In the middle of the fight, she also gets into an argument with Ayano. However, Kisara accuses her of trying to steal Shu away from her, which is something that annoys her the most because this Temu version of Elon Musk is only hers. Even though Ayano doesn't argue back much, the two-sided fight between the two girls keeps going until the demons are all finally defeated. However, Shu steps in and puts a stop to the heated argument between Kisara and Ayano before it gets worse. After that, Kisara asks him to prove their contract by giving her the spare key to his house. He tells her, "Woman, you can just pass through the walls. Why would you need a spare key?" She then slashes everything furiously because he is a dump-headed, ugly loser who can't understand the heart of young maiden.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
But he stops her by giving her the key. We get back to where it all started, in Bayron City, where Kisara runs straight to Shu Ogata's office, looking like she really needs to see him. She knocks, but no one answers the door as it's locked, and Shu isn't there. She then decides to use her power to get inside anyway. Once she's in, she starts making dinner for him like it's something she always does. But when she tries to turn on the lights and appliances, nothing works. That's when she figures out the power has been cut off. It turns out Shu is a low-level brokey and probably didn't take the millionaire's course seriously, which is why he couldn't even pay the electricity bill. Meanwhile, at a cafe nearby, Shu is eating like a starving dog in front of Ayano. He looks like he hasn't had a proper meal in almost 3 days. While watching him eat, she asks about his job and what he's been up to, but Shu admits that he doesn't have a job anymore and hasn't gone to work in a long time. He says he's only going to do work that he thinks is right for him from now on. The girl tells him he should stop holding on to his past and just move forward, but Shu disagrees and tells her that he's the only one who gets to make that choice. After they're done at the cafe, Ayano tells him to answer her calls in the future, but the loser tells her that the service will be cut on him because he didn't pay his phone bills.
Stop it. Get some help.
She feels disgusted by him and takes his bill to pay it. Shu walks back to his house, tired and not expecting much. But when he steps inside, he's surprised to see Kisara sitting at the dining table waiting for him. She has already made dinner, though it mostly looks like a bunch of raw vegetables on the plates. Even so, she asks him to sit down and eat with her, but this loser tells her that he has already eaten some delicious talents of another girl. After that, the girl starts to feel really useless, and even says out loud that maybe she should just die. Wanting to respect Kisara's effort, Shu picks up his chopsticks and begins to eat the dinner she made. As they sit together, Kisara starts getting a little too close and touchy with Shu. While leaning in, she suddenly notices that Shu smells like another woman. Shu quickly makes up a story, saying maybe some random woman bumped into him while he was walking in the city.
That nigga is guilty!
Kisara believes in what he says and doesn't question it further. She then happily tells him that she already paid for the electricity, so the power should be back by tomorrow. This Discord moderator-looking guy has goddesses paying for him right and left. Later, a package arrives for Shu and it turns out he ordered some undergarments for Kisara. Since he doesn't have any money left, he now tells her that she has to pay for it instead. This upsets Kisara so much that she suddenly starts crying, saying like they're just going to end up as poor, hopeless clowns. She even says this must be the end of their lives and suggests they should just die together, and takes a selfie with the loser she loves and posts it in her stupid one-follower Instagram account. However, Shu tells her he's going to return the money she lent him after finishing the job that he will take. He explains that he used all of his living money for the month just to get some valuable information. After that, Shu heads to the auction, where the last events end up for Kisara, asking Shu for his apartment key. Shu goes and gets the key, handing it over to her. With the key in hand, Kisara rushes off to take down the main demon. Shu also helps by landing the final blow that finishes the job, but the fight is so intense that the building around them starts falling apart. While Shu, Ayano, and the others manage to escape the building just in time, Kisara stays back a little longer to crush some of the cracked blocks and stop the damage from getting worse. The next morning, Kisara walks into Shu's room, using the key, and sees him fast asleep. She starts pulling down her own clothes to take a funny photo and share it to embarrass him by showing everyone how tiny his so-called Excalibur really is. Later that morning, Shu eats his poverty bean sprouts breakfast and casually asks Kisara about a sketch of a man's face he saw earlier. Kisara answers that the face wasn't clear in the drawing, so there's a good chance the rest of the details were lost with the demon's remains. When Shu asks her what she's working on, Kisara explains that she's actually going over their company's finances. Since they're now living under the same roof, she says it's her job to not only look after his health, but also manage his money properly. Just as Kisara starts to stress out about them running out of money soon, Shu tells her not to worry because he's about to receive the payment from the job he completed earlier. But Kisara quickly reminds him that the deposit won't come right away. She explains that payments from government offices always arrive at the end of the following month, so they still have some time to wait before they actually get the money. Later at the metro station, Kisara is seen browsing the internet on her phone, now that she's secretly dating a broke guy who, according to her, spends most of his time messing around and wasting his energy on random internet girls. She realizes she needs to find a part-time job to help with money. While she's still searching, her friends show up and ask if she's planning a trip somewhere or maybe looking for a side job. Kisara tells them honestly that she doesn't have the money for any of that. One of her friends then remembers Kisara saying before that her loser boyfriend is always in some kind of financial trouble, mostly because he never has any money to begin with. Her friends start getting suspicious when they notice bandages wrapped around Kisara's hands. They begin to wonder if her boyfriend might be hurting her or using physical violence. She fantasizes about being abused for a moment, but quickly tells them that he's actually a nice guy and not like that at all. Just then, a guy suddenly appears, looking as if he's about to act in a fishy movie. The guy named Mikhail Hachisuka walks straight over, takes Kisara's hand, and asks her why she never came to him or talked to him about anything, especially when she's clearly going through so much on her own. Still acting like he's in his own little world, Mikhail invites Kisara to the 25th anniversary celebration, being held by the Barren City government. But Kisara and her friends don't take him seriously and brush him off as they hop onto the metro. While riding the train, her friends start talking about Mikhail. They mention that he's actually the student council president, really good looking, and most importantly, he's rich, and he is the mayor's son. But despite all that, they say no girl ever talks to him for more than 30 seconds before walking away. Later that night, Shu goes to visit Ayano after realizing that the payment he was expecting is still not going to come anytime soon. He tells her that he wants to join their company as a subcontractor because he doesn't want to limit himself to just handling demon hazard work. As they talk, Shu finds it hard not to stare at her big cannons, which is clearly distracting him. She tells him that she can't make the decision alone and will have to talk to her mother first since her mom is the actual president of the company. But before they can continue talking, she notices a picture on her own phone, the same one Kisara had secretly taken last night of her and Shu lying in bed together. Apparently, she is the mysterious one follower on Kisara's page. The tweet makes her really angry. Because of that, she immediately refuses Shu's request. Meanwhile, over at Hachisuka's office, the head of the Anti-Demon Bureau meets with the two eldest daughters of the Hachisuka family. He asks them to cancel or at least delay the city's anniversary party because he believes the mayor mayor's life might be in danger. The sisters seem confused and question why the Anti-Demon Bureau is even getting involved, since their job is to handle demon hazards, not track down terrorists or stop planned attacks. They agree that they will have some undercover Anti-Demon Bureau to secure the party. After the meeting, the chief later talks to Aquino and informs her that there won't be any auction for competitors this time, because no demon hazard has been officially confirmed yet, and her company will receive the job. Later at the big party, Kisara shows up along with everyone else, and the event begins. The mayor steps up to give his speech in front of the crowd. Meanwhile, Shu watches from a distance and wonders why the mayor is standing there saying things that aren't true, pretending everything is fine. In his mind, the mayor is hiding the truth from the people, the truth about the demons that live in the city and how they continue to hunt it. Not just the citizens, but even the rest of the world is being kept in the dark. Right after that, the demon makes its move and tries to launch an attack on the mayor. But before anything bad can happen, Kisara jumps in and stops it just in time. After that, Ayano and the rest of the team show up and begin shooting at the demon right away. Kisara and Ayano team up and manage to push the demon back with their combined attacks. But in the middle of the fight, Ayano slips up and accidentally lets the demon escape for a moment. Soon after, Shu arrives at the scene and joins Kisara. Together, the two of them move quickly to block the demon's path and trap it before it can get away again. Just as Shu is about to finish it off, someone nearby gives a direct order, telling Shu not to kill the demon, but to capture it alive instead because the demon still has his human mentality after being possessed. The two don't have the ability to capture the demon alive, and they kept arguing while ignoring the demon, who was trying to make them help exposing the lies of the government. Being a loser, Shu had to order a net shooting gun to capture the demon, and he paid for express delivery, which cost him his whole paycheck of this job. The demon tells him why he is not helping him, especially after the government lied about his family's death. Later, he jumps off the building and gets hit by the express delivery truck, which came to deliver the now unwanted net gun. They succeeded in subduing the demon and capture him alive for further interrogation. Subscribe now, and stay tuned for the continuation to find out what will Shu and Kisara do later, and thanks for watching.